Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night chat. Got a feeling so I hadn't heard from Rosie. I don't remember if she told me she was going to be here this week or not, so I'm not sure if she's jumping in or not. A couple more. Damn it! I don't remember if she told me she's going to be here this week. Rookie asked me. Anyway, so there may be a few other people joining later on. I don't know. But anyway, here we are. We're going to stumble through this. I got the Crazy Scotsman and Is Your Six Covered? And I'm going to let the Crazy Scotsman start us off.
I appreciate the invite as always. Good to be here. I don't have a whole lot going on. I've been working my butt off. So, yeah, thanks for having me. And Rick, Is Your Six Covered? You're up.
I am. Thanks again, TR, for the invite. Thank you guys for supporting the TRprepper. And it's Tuesday. Is today the bull ring or Sunday the bull ring? Today's the bull ring. Got a head nod there. But thanks for showing up. Been putting out some silly videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy those. And let's get started.
Okay, I had a request to talk about the false missile alarms. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I hadn't read into it, but we talked about it Sunday night, the false alarm in Hawaii. That guy, whoever it was, they didn't release his name. He resigned. And I heard a little bit more about that. He had to like click 2 or 3 times, you know, like Windows was popping up. Are you sure you want to do this? And he said, yeah. So being as a government job, it's pretty clear he was a fucking moron. So anyway, but there was also evidently, I hadn't read into it. A false alarm went off in Japan as well. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
I didn't hear about Japan.
Yeah.
Was it the same guy working?
I don't know if it's the same guy. It might be kin to him.
He might have tapped into, their computer and hit their alarm system too.
Well, just blame it on the Russians because that's what we've been doing lately.
That's right, man. Russian collusion.
It's a collusion.
Russians, exactly. That is the bottom line.
Tell you what.
All right, I don't know what to say about that because I hadn't read into the Japan false alarm, but that is kind of coincidental. But I don't know. I have seen a lot of stories on changing the subject. That it turns out, which Trump denied it from the get-go, that he didn't call Haiti a shithole and Nigeria and all that, even though they are. He wasn't talking good about them, but he didn't actually say that. And the guy that come out, what is his name? I don't know, Durbin, D something. It starts with a D. He's a Democrat that was in the little closed group meeting that run out and said, oh, Trump said all these countries were shitholes. And then the world went crazy. Turned out it's probably a lie. And he actually almost said it to a reporter that he was using that so Trump would have to sign off on the DACA thing without any immigration reform, or he's a racist. To prove he's not a racist, he's going to have to sign this now. So it's like a pre-planned thing, and that guy has already been proven a liar in previous meetings at the White House with Obama. That he said some stuff about some people, and then it turned out not to be true. So this guy's got a history of lying. I just want to throw that out there in case people
Look
didn't
at that.
know.
Another government official that lies. Wow.
I know. Who would have thought?
Is that possible? I don't know if that's even possible.
In this day and age, never. Absolutely never.
Because you have to have really good morals and ethics to.
I mean, you swear a pledge of allegiance, right? To do right by the people.
I promise I'll do good. So, I don't know. Conspiracy. What do you guys think? We got Dickie Durbin as a liar.
Oh, we got Midas out there.
Yeah.
Side chat's about to blow up.
Yes, it is. Nothing like having the old Midas.
Well, good thing about Midas, if we fucking blow up something, we know who. Now, let me take that back. It's the other way around, ain't it? He's the one that starts the big fire.
No, yeah, we start the fire. He just makes the fire bigger.
Yeah.
He keeps the fire going all night long and all day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and no, I didn't say it backwards. That's how it is. He literally will start it during the evening, and it'll go all fucking night long till the next day.
Car Carrier made a good point. I don't know if y'all seen this either. Not only did Trump pass his medical exam with flying colors, he requested a mental. I don't know the exact term the guy used, but a mental capacity test. He passed it with flying colors too. They wasn't going. The doctor wasn't going to do it, and Trump was like, "No, give me the competency test." He's like, "You don't need to go. Yeah, do it." And bam, okay, motherfuckers, I ain't crazy either, you know.
And he took the most detailed one that they had. There's
exactly.
Ones that are less intrusive, I guess. And he said, "No, give me the good one."
I don't know if y'all know it or not, but he's got like the IQ of damn near a genius. I mean, seriously, he said it, he bragged about it, but actually he does.
His brain's huge. Huge, I tell you.
Yeah, huge. Just like his bank account.
Exactly.
And not that I fought him for that, you know.
Hey, man, he did it himself.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little help in the
He did just like I did. I mean, he started out a millionaire and he became a billionaire. I started out $1 and I become a $10.
That's right. Moving on up to the east side.
Cheers, everybody. We're going to try not to make this a shit show, but evidently we're just going to be winging it for sure. I'm usually used to Rosie kind of getting a platform going and got the, you know, a base to go off of, but oh well.
And then you got a guy that shoots candy out of bullets. So
yeah, this is
bullets, so. Yeah, I think you're pretty much gonna have a shit show tonight. I'll tell you what, I've been enjoying it. It's pretty sad when you're looking through the gas station going, I wonder what the diameter of that candy is right there.
But speaking of Rosie, and she shows up.
I don't know what. Hi, TR. Hey, everybody. I'm having trouble getting the links. We're having that problem again, TR, with getting the links out. So. Yeah,
well, you know, the Google went away, and I was sending out inbox PMs through YouTube, and then for some reason now the Google's working again, so I started doing that again. So that's probably my bad. I didn't give you a heads up on that.
That's all right. I just hit one link and it said this is a dead, you know, it didn't come into anything. So I didn't know what. Okay, well, anyway, let me interrupt you guys. So.
No, you're fine. Well, Rosie, why you at it? You want to do an intro?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm just trying to fix this thing up. I'm just trying to adjust my screen a little bit here. I have to say, I really loved Rick's video today on there with the candy kisses. I told him one of the best things I've seen on YouTube.
Thanks, Rosie.
Oh man, that was just great. That thing was unbelievable. Really not much going on, TR. We had this one of these situations, and hi everybody on the side chat, and Scott's, and nice to see you too. Had everybody on. I never recall in my life, and there's been a lot of days, and I follow the markets most every day, just not sitting on top of them, but enough that I have CNBC on and just staying tuned into what's going on. It was a pretty. I never heard people so uniformly happy this morning. It's so pie in the sky, and we opened up after a holiday 300 points higher on the market, and at our low we were down 100. It's a pretty big swing in a day, 400 points in here. So we'll have to just watch and see if there's any follow through on that, to see if we're going to put a top in here. I don't know, but this thing like to melt up, the opposite of a meltdown is, when I've said before, when you have that V bottom where you have that waterfall down and then you have that crawl out of that V, what they call a V bottom there. Well, we have the opposite on the top. We can have what's called a melt up too, and I think we've been experiencing that over the last 3 weeks in particular. So we'll have to just see if it's run its course. So of course, you can't find anybody that's negative anywhere. That's another concern on anything. Somebody said CNBC just isn't the same without Trish and Aaron. It's not the same since Bill Griffith and Sue Herrera were out in Los Angeles, to tell you the truth, in '85 on that. But really not much else. Just going to keep an eye on that. It's just rampant speculation. I think the interesting thing is the Bitcoin, how many countries around the world have decided to clamp down on Bitcoin and make it a non-negotiable currency within their countries. I think that's the big risk that you're going to have when you trade a Bitcoin. Is all they have to do is just declare it within countries to be non-negotiable, and then it's game over. Yeah, Carr said Bitcoin's down to 10K now. So, how many world governments are going to allow Bitcoin to be a serious monetary unit? I mean, that's the question at hand.
I would say damn near zero.
Yeah, I mean, you went from zero. Some guy develops a coin and a currency, and it goes up to $200 billion into it. I mean, it's too much drag on other. Sovereign nations don't want to have alternative currencies. That's why we're lucky we still have gold and silver, because it's almost impossible to get rid of them. They're so deep into the traditional history of currencies. But Bitcoin is something totally new. It's something that came about with the blockchain and all that only in recent years. It's a good concept. But I said on here before, TR, about 6 months ago when we talked about Bitcoin, it's going to get so far, and then the governments are just going to squash it, because they don't want any loose cannons running around on the deck that they don't have any regulatory control over, and that defines what Bitcoin is. So, well, yeah, the dollar is falling. The yuan is rising, the Chinese yuan. So it's a situation where the less things that they have to worry about at the Treasury and the Federal Reserve, the better. So I'm not surprised. TR, I know you're not surprised, because we talked about this. As soon as something makes headway, they're just going to cut it down. They're just going to outlaw it. The Federal Reserve will come out with some bulletin. It's just saying it's not negotiable. If you don't want to have your banking license pulled, do not deal in Bitcoin. Otherwise, prepare to appear at the New York Federal Reserve with your banking license in hand to turn it in. I mean, it's so easy to just crimp this. Like when you have casino gambling and people choose to use their credit cards, and all of a sudden the Federal Reserve tells banks, hey, if you want to process casino credit cards and you want to process online poker and online horse betting and all that, and just turn in your banking licenses, and that's that. Well, they couldn't wait to get rid of that stuff fast enough. And a lot of that stuff went offshore to Cayman Islands and other places. It just withered and died. It's so, it's just just understand. That's why I think gold and silver are much better alternatives for the long haul, because they can't be pushed out of our system.
Well, I mean, the U.S. dollar is pretty much a fiat currency already, but it's kind of a petrodollar. Well, it is a petrodollar, and and some other stuff kind of backing it. But it's not based on silver and gold, hard commodities or whatever. So it's kind of based on not commodities, but you know what I mean. Since they kind of went to the petrodollar, but it still has a base where the Bitcoin, I see, it's a fiat currency as well, but it's faith-based. I mean, purely faith-based.
That's it.
So it's weaker than the dollar. It's just, as long as it's like, I tell you exactly what Bitcoin is in my mind, and you tell me if I'm wrong. It's like baseball cards. It's only worth what people are willing to think it's worth, and willing to put their faith in. Well, this Mickey Mantle card is worth $1 million. Well, it's only worth that if you can find somebody to give you $1 million for it. I mean, that's kind of the way I see Bitcoin.
That's actually that's a good way to say that.
Yeah, Prep for My Life says Bitcoin is here to stay. I'm buying the dips on it. You know what I mean? It's just like you're taking a gamble there. That you might have something that's like a Bitcoin, but then you're not able to make it a fungible currency. You're not able to convert it into something that can be sold. So it is a speculative arena right now. You have to say that. Things become non-speculative when they lose their volatility over time, like gold and silver. They're amazingly non-volatile compared to what Bitcoin is, but I'm sure at times in history, trading in gold and silver has been that frantic with them. A lot of people have been caught up in that Bitcoin craze. There were a lot of new developed products on the commodities exchange to deal with Bitcoin. A lot of new closed-end funds for the New York Stock Exchange to trade it, and that should have been your cue to things are topping out. Whenever things become too broadly available to the masses, it's usually the end of the line for it. So we'll see how it plays out. My biggest concern is just being told that you can't convert Bitcoin in there, and I'd rather put my money. It might be backed by itself, but you've got to be able to have an outlet. It's just saying that holding Bitcoin water in a reservoir is fine. We can value it at whatever you want, but you've got to be able to convert it to a currency, and that's where the Federal Reserve and the banking system have you buy the short ones, and that's the bottom line. And South Korea is banning it. I wouldn't be surprised if China, although they do a lot of they have a lot of the machinery for Bitcoin there. I wouldn't be surprised if they sure as hell don't want it in their banking system.
I mean, if they was actually making pure gold coins or silver coins and issuing them when you bought stock, if I buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, they give me $10,000 worth of gold or silver, I could back your fucking product. But it's based on stock. It's based on faith-based nothing. It's like a check. Like I said, it's like a baseball card. It's based on faith of people investing in it. If people quit investing in it, if they pull the money out, it collapses. It's a fucking fiat currency. It's based on nothing but faith.
Yeah, I agree. Prep for My Life says I agree, but you got to be in it to win it. 300 went to 9. I think that's fantastic. As long as you realize that it's kind of eventually the greater fool thing, where the last guy holding it, that buys it at $15,000, Then he turns around to go sell it one day, and there's nobody behind him at the price. And all of a sudden, we have a cascading waterfall of decline. But the big risk is that the government says, hey, you can't convert this to a currency that's spendable within your country. And then what do? Right now, you can get Bitcoin out of machines in certain ATMs in New York, and LA, and San Francisco, and Chicago. And you can also trade in, you get your Bitcoins into the system and pull cash out. But who knows? I mean, if Bitcoin becomes too distracting to the Federal Reserve, then they have a vested interest in getting it out. And if it doesn't stick in the United States, it's going to have a real difficult time getting a foothold.
Well, as much as the American dollar is a fiat currency and is losing value every day, the last little thing I seen, Bitcoin has lost 33% of its value in so many weeks or months or whatever. I mean, because it's a stock. I mean, you might as well be buying GE stock. That's what it is. It's a stock.
It's a speculative craze. It's like tulips in Holland in the 1400s. It's like any craze that comes around that people attach value to. In Holland, tulip bulbs were very cheap, and it was really the first exchange where people could come in and freely exchange, and they just sent that stuff through the roof. And it killed the whole Dutch economy for quite a number of years after that, when that collapsed.
Well, think about when the credit card first came out. Like, your money was in a piece of plastic. Like, people were like, what in the hell? There was money to back it, per se, but to get used to something that was new is always scary. So that's basically the point of where we're at right now with the Bitcoin. I don't have any.
I think the difference is that the bank credit cards, and you guys are all too young to remember NAC card, National Acceptance Corporation, and Bank of America, which was the forerunner of the Visa card. But they were all government issued. They were all bank issued things. They weren't like this totally independent, unassociated, tradable commodity like Matchbox toys or something that people freely traded over exchanges. And although the Bitcoin is worldwide, I'll grant you that. And there's a lot of people that trade it, and there's a lot of people that have made a killing on that market. Remember, most people only got involved in Bitcoin within the last 3 to 4 months, when it captured the headlines in the report. Oh, Bitcoin went up $4,000 or $3,000. That's when their attention gets up. So, like I said, when it goes, and it's always the convertibility part that kills it. The liquidity gets chopped off when the Fed say, hey, beginning January 1st, 2020, we will not be allowing Bitcoin in our ATM systems in the United States. And then it's like, okay.
And that's what they've said?
No, I'm just saying, but all it takes is a simple declaration.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Just say we consider this a destabilizing influence within our banking system due to the fact that so much money could potentially be moved in so short a period of time, even though it's not in the banking system. They get a little crazy when money's moving, that they don't have really a way to exert some control over that. And that's what drives it crazy. The money's a fart in a bucket compared to what's in the Federal Reserve System, but I'm saying they don't like something that they don't have some nominal control over, like the Bitcoin. And right now, they don't like the fact that they don't have that control over Bitcoin. And they've allowed banks to start to experiment with it and convert it into cash at machines and accept Bitcoin. And you can go to restaurants and pay with Bitcoins and all that. It's making its way in its system.
I think a lot of that fight, though, is because they can't figure out a way to grasp money from it. When I give you a transaction at one of those transaction places, there's somebody's made however much, a percentage of whatever that is. In the bank, and all the time, every time you do something, they get something. You want a cashier's check when you move money, you know, or whatever the case is. Anytime money really gets moved, they get their little fingers in there and get a little piece of it of some sort, you know?
Yeah. That's what Linda Francine said. It's a credit thing also, and it moves within the credit system, and the Fed doesn't like to not have its hand around anything that's in the system that's an alternative currency that could suddenly move in a major, large way and upset a lot of bank, you know, because the intersection of Bitcoin and the real world happens at transaction places like on your Apple, your iPhone. It happens on some teller machine, ATM machines, and things like that. So it's very easy, you know, for them to sort of choke that off at this point in time. And I just don't think they have a realistic interest in letting things get too speculatively out of hand with Bitcoin.
Well, Bitcoin, I don't know all the laws. I mean, I try to know the laws, but I don't know them that well. I would say Bitcoin is almost like a barter thing now, because if I'm not mistaken, according to our Constitution, only Congress can mint money. So anything else is outside the Constitution, as in it could be deemed illegal.
Yeah, so I just asked people. We had I can't remember who used to come on a couple of years ago. TR was a big Bitcoin advocate. I don't know who it was, but there's a lot to be very careful about that. I mean, there's also a lot of arbitrage. Bitcoin in one location trades at different values at another, so people start swinging, buying here, selling there, and further adds to the flow of money in it, right? I mean, a Bitcoin in Australia could theoretically be less than, and often is hundreds of dollars less than a Bitcoin in the United States at that moment in time. So people buy one and sell the other to profit from that difference between them. So,
I mean, I got no problem with people investing in the Bitcoin, trying to make money on it. I know, you know, somebody earlier said they made $9,000 off of it or whatever. Yeah, I mean, when it first started, if you'd have got in it then, you'd have made bank. I mean, but there again, it's almost like, even though it's separate, but it's still kind of like buying stock. It's all faith-based fiat money.
yeah, I mean, I look at gold, I look at silver, and I look at the incredibly strong base that they have underneath of them, that they've not been able to break the back of those markets. They have held very firm in the face of a strong stock market. You would think that money would flow out of those areas, but quite the opposite. There's still a steady flow into those vehicles because the value is there relative to others. It's one of the few areas of the market where there's real value at the current time. So for my part, I would take my Bitcoin profits and shove them into silver or gold and watch those markets take off, because they have built an extremely long base that's lasted for a lot of years, which in my mind, and I think my friend SoCal will agree, very long bases with very low volatility tend to presage very long and enduring moves in pricing. So it tends to be the longer the base is sideways, you can project that to the eventual vertical move at the end of it. So I get very excited when I think about ammunition. I think of food. I think of guns. I think of silver. I think of gold. All of those things.
I don't know if you guys had a chance. On Netflix, there's a movie called Bitcoin or something similar to that, something Bitcoin or whatever the case is. It's a kind of a documentary on the people that invented it. And there was this, I can't remember it's like an Asian name, but he was basically supposedly the creator of this Bitcoin. And it was a bunch of programmers basically came up with this and some algorithms in order for it to be where nobody could hack it, where when money transfers from this computer to this computer, all of the other computers have to be tied in or whatever, you know, some computer shit. But I thought it was a pretty good movie for the fact is it gives you an idea into how they developed it and started it, and then kind of what they want to see with it and how it worked. And a lot of the guys that were kind of the first guys doing Bitcoin, a lot of them got arrested because basically at that time when it first came out, a lot of it was drug, basically illegal transferring of money, you know, and they got in trouble for the fact, you know, it wasn't them buying or selling drugs and guns, but it was so new that they didn't know what to do. So they basically, the guys that were the crew that designed this thing, they went to jail for for reasons that basically, it's like if Roger stole a car, but they came to my house and arrested me because I knew Roger, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
well, I mean, if you, Rick, if you have a lot of cash, to move through a system such as drug money and all that, you can't, of course, walk into a bank and just say, hey, I have $182 million. I want to step up to the window and put that in. Do you have a couple minutes to take my deposit? It's, you know, it's much harder. So, of course, a lot of people had used Bitcoin to move assets like that around. That's not a big surprise. The question I want to ask the Bitcoiners is simply this. And Rick, you saw the movie. I didn't see the movie. I just see Bitcoin like TR said. To me, it's like trading matchboxes. There's matchbox cars. There's nothing really behind it, but just people's speculative urges to run with it. So my question to you guys is, having watched that movie and also the side chat here, what was the purpose behind the creation of the Bitcoin? What did they not find in the system that made them want to go out and create a supranational currency that was above, whereas, you know, you have gold and silver. So
that's a great question. And it's kind of basically what I had brought it back to of transactions. Basically, if you have $100 and I send it to you through Federal Express or whatever the hell that thing's called, Wells Fargo, whatever the fuck it's called, you know, they're going to charge me like $10 or something, right? To move money. Okay. Well, this thing works as there is no money being transferred. Say it was $1 billion was what it was worth. There's never money being added per se, because like with regular money, there's always these taxes or, you know, fees is basically what they wanted to get away from. Like, why should the government get a fee when I want to give X amount of money to person X? Like, why should they get any money that's mine to give it to somebody else? And they designed something that can be, I'm not huge into Bitcoin, but I did watch the movie and I thought, you know what? That's kind of cool. That's like,
but it all needs clearing. It all needs clearinghouse stuff, you know, to move things from place to place and account to account.
Well, clearing. And that's what they said is basically it's a network of computers. So like, say you had your money in Wells Fargo, right? Somebody could legally, or not legally, but illegally hack into Wells Fargo and screw with numbers per se, right? Well, with Bitcoin, there is no hub or like mainframe, because it's everybody's computer that's in Bitcoin. Like, in order for me to send you money, it will not transfer. Oh, and this was one of the downfalls of Bitcoin. Let me get to that in a minute. So I want to transfer money to Rosie. I do the, you know, say $100, I hit enter. The money just doesn't go to Rosie. It has to communicate with a certain amount of computers or all of them or something like that. And they all confirm that $100 gets deleted from here. And every step, supposedly, this is all speculation from watching the movie, there's a track for every penny that's in that thing. So when I minus 100 from mine, It tells every computer, it all agrees or disagrees, and then ploop, now you have $100. And then every computer confirms it or whatever. So there's never you can't, supposedly the system can't be hacked because, but with that said, it's not as cool as like when I go to some gun shop and I swipe my card and I buy something. It doesn't instantly do that because it has to confirm with the other things. So that's the downfall of the Bitcoin, is it's not instantaneous, and that's what we're used to.
Well, I think Rick, your explanation is outstanding. I get it perfectly with it's all peer-to-peer computing and Bitcoin mining. My problem is it's kind of a bastardized currency. No matter what you may pretend it to be, at the end of the day, it has to interface with real currency. You know what I mean? So if you trade Bitcoin and you're doing speculative transactions, I bought Bitcoin for 300 and I sold it for 1,600. There's no escaping that you have a capital gain on that within your geographical location, like the United States. True or not? You bought Bitcoin, you sold Bitcoin, you made money. You have a capital gain to have taxes paid on that, right? So, I mean, we can all pretend that, we're not within any government boundary, but you need to have cash to get it out, to use it, or at least have it on an iPhone or something. You need to be able to convert it to real world. And right now, that's where the government has everybody, is converting to the real world. Is the real linchpin. It makes it extremely easy to just choke off Bitcoin. That's my biggest concern. Why I never really got involved with that, because it just has to move into the banking realm sooner or later.
What? There you go, Rosie. You just summed it up. And I'm not downing. I don't care. Hey, if you made $10,000 off Bitcoin, whatever, hey, more power to you. I'm happy for you. I am. But you're buying a product that's supposed to be currency with United States dollars or yen or rubles or whatever the hell you're buying it with, in hopes to make a profit with US dollars or rubles or yen or whatever else. I mean, you're using a fiat currency to buy a fiat currency, hoping to make a profit and earn fiat currency from a country.
Exactly.
That's the problem. I understand the concept. I see a lot of people on Facebook and they're talking about, oh, Bitcoin. What are you buying it with? You're buying it with a fiat currency, buying a fiat currency.
Exactly. It's that in and out that's always the tail that's going to bite you. That's always the conversion. What we call the liquidity, the fungibility, is always going to be the thing that eventually comes up and chokes it. And you can't tell me that these governments don't keep an eye on us. I see the Federal Reserve bulletins of study. I know there's massive study going on of Bitcoin right now, and they're trying to decide whether it's a positive or a negative, because you do have places like up in Washington State and CNBC. Michelle Cabruso Cabrera was up in Washington State, where they were at a Bitcoin location that was processing transactions up there today, and it was a very impressive operation. Hundreds of $10,000 little processing things, but let's just call it a speculative vehicle. I mean, that's really what it is. It's just an alternative speculative vehicle, and it has any other caution than any other speculative vehicle. It'll go up, it'll go down. Some people will become very rich. Some people will be made poorer by it. But it is something that at the end of the day will fall under government control 100%. You can believe it.
Like I said, I hadn't wrapped my head around the whole Bitcoin thing, but I to be honest, I understand a little bit of the concept, but at the same time, I don't. I really don't. I don't get buying fiat currency with fiat currency. I can't go to the gas station and put gas in my truck with Bitcoin. I understand some people say in certain areas you can, but I can't. Okay? I got to have fucking US currency. I can't show up at the gas pump with Chinese yen or Russian rubles and put gas.
Let's just break it down and make it simple, man. If I can't fucking feel it in my hands, I ain't touching that shit.
Shit.
You know what though? I kind of play devil's advocate because I kind of like being a dick sometimes. Okay.
Sometimes.
What's the? Oh, okay, all the time. What's the difference if I buy stock in McDonald's? I'm not gonna get a hamburger in my hand. I'm not gonna get burgers and fries and shit in my hand. But as the stock of McDonald's,
you like meat in your hand.
Oh, you read it? So, you know what I'm saying? So as the stock market goes up and down, and trust me, I don't have any Bitcoin. I'm not really. I've been looking at it though because I'm trying to follow it and see if this is something that would be interesting. But it's kind of the same thing in my opinion. Like you can have stock in a certain thing. You're really not going to get any hot hamburgers or.
Not true, Rick. You have a specific call on the assets of that company, no matter how fractional, and it's called the book value. In other words, if they took all the assets of the company and they took away all the liabilities of the company, there would be a certain amount of money left that was called the owner's equity, or the basic book value of the company, and everybody would take all those shares and divide it. And theoretically, everybody would have a tangible share of something real. You also have a call on future growth and disaster. Look what's unfolding with General Electric and its many problems it's having. But as the company does well, you go well. Your fractional ownership increases, and you.
Isn't that the same with stock and Bitcoin, though?
No, I mean, there are ETFs that trade Bitcoin that have them, and a couple of them have already been outlawed because they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground how to keep something on a, Bitcoin's not made to keep on an exchange, and I think people are finding out about that, and it's going to drive the regulators crazy to the point that I think that they're going to severely regulate it or move it out. I just see that happening. I don't see any escape to it. But when you buy a share of McDonald's, you get something very real, something tangible. You don't get a hamburger, but you do get a stream of dividends. You do get the growth of McDonald's as it moves forward. So your values can grow in there. But make no mistake, there is something of real value in holding a share of stock as opposed to, say, the ultimate fiat currency, which sounds like it's Bitcoin to me. It sounds like just a trading vehicle, a speculative, no more impressive to me than trading tulips or Matchbox cars. No more, although it has a lot more fancy equipment, daddling with it. I don't think it's any more impressive as an investment vehicle. And TRprepper saying they only allow for 21 million Bitcoins to be mined. It's the same as if the Franklin Mint says, hey, we're going to have sterling silver spoons of the 50 states, but we're only going to have 10,000 sets of them. Big deal. They'll do round 2 of Bitcoin in the future. They'll find a way to, they always find a way to game the system. So I don't think that the limited value or limited numbers of them is going to be a very good indicative indicator of the value of a Bitcoin, because they cap it at a certain number of Bitcoins.
Do people not realize that the Bitcoin value is only based on the people that invest into it? I could come up with TR coin and I could cast zinc freaking little nuggets, stamp TR on them, and there you go. TR coin. TR Bitcoin.
Yeah, TR we trust. Yeah, something like that.
And if I get enough investors to invest millions in it, and we'll say, well, okay, this little nugget's worth $100. It's the same fucking thing. It's faith-based. Faith-based. Do you not understand that? And if you make money on it, more power to you. But it's based on nothing but faith. And the people that invest in Bitcoin, when I see them on Facebook and different things, it's like, you're the very exact people that want to end the Fed, that want all these changes done in the government. And here you are praising a fucking faith-based fiat currency. You're blowing my fucking mind. It has no fucking value other than your faith that it's good. It's like me giving Rick or Scotsman or Coda Boy an IOU for whatever. Okay, I don't want to give Coda Boy an IOU for $1,000. He will only respect that if he has the faith to believe that I will eventually give him $1,000. That's what it's based on. It's not based on that he's going to hold on to this piece of whatever, you know, some good that you can put your hand on that is got value in the market. It's not based on that. It's based on that he believes that I will make my word good. That is Bitcoin. That is a fiat fucking currency. It's worse than a fiat currency, actually, I think.
It is worse because it has an educational aspect to it that the average business doesn't, if you'll pardon me, doesn't want to fuck around with. They don't want their clerks, oh, now I got to get out my Bitcoin thing and figure out. They don't want to do that. They're looking for ease of transaction and liquidity. They don't want the educational plan that comes with Bitcoin. You know, they don't want to, they're not making disciples here. They're just trying to do business. And this is another problem with Bitcoin. It's great to have high-tech, nerdy places like Starbucks and other places that will deal in Bitcoin. But when the mainline stores start to deal with it, then I believe it's something that will definitely make a bigger dent. But now I just see it as kind of a frou-frou kind of thing for some people to have a little fun that are technically oriented, to have an alternative game board to play with something to me that's no more relevant than, although you can trade it now, no more impressive or captivating than tulip bulbs or, like I said, Matchbox cars, baseball cards, things like that. There's just, and it's worse than that, like TR said, because there's the educational aspects of trying to tell people what the hell a Bitcoin is. You don't have to tell people what a dollar is. You don't have to tell people what an ounce of gold is, but you sure as hell have to tell people what a Bitcoin is and convince them to value your Bitcoin at whatever prevailing rate that you're coming in and saying. They might say, shit, it's this at North Korea now, and you want to give me the Australian rate. The hell with that. Tomorrow's a new day. I want the higher price, not the lower one. So you have all these different values of Bitcoin, and they're all trying to arbitrage those values away or push the differences out. But it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of liquidity. This is my only problem with Bitcoin, and I think people are going to get their heads handed to them on this.
All right, who started this damn Bitcoin shit anyway?
I think the side chat did.
The side chat? Okay. I think you're right. Well, there you go. There, we done beat this horse to death and beat it and kicked it in the nuts while it was dead.
While it was dead, KB32 showed up. What's up, brother?
What's up, Coda Boy?
Well, I just figured it was a couple minutes before the drugs kicked in. I would come join you guys for a little bit, and I'm out here. I'm in Pennsylvania, and right now I had to walk into my office. It's about a mile away through 4 inches of snow, and it was awesome. So it's like one of those snows where there's no wind, and it's just fluffy, big, fat snow flakes just falling from the sky. It was awesome, man. And so I got back and finished doing some little stupid things and decided to join you guys, man. I appreciate being here. It's good to see you.
Well, like I said, I think we beat the Bitcoin topic to death. We can move on to something else.
Well, I tell you what's funny is we went to a restaurant and they had the Bitcoin machine in there, where I guess you can, either get cash for your Bitcoin, or I don't know what you do with it, but it appeared and seemed pretty damn cool.
You know,
But
we just got a comment in the side chat, and I have to agree. I agree with TRprepper, but Elroy coin.
There you go.
El Ray coin. I just got that. Having a blonde moment.
I'd buy an Elroy coin. El Ray coin.
Yeah, man. I'd invest.
Blue sent me one time. It really wasn't technically an Elroy coin, but it had a rooster on it. It was a silver coin. What's going on in Coda Boy 32's life right now? Anything?
Well, I tell you what. Work, kicking my ass. Got a lot of. I mean, it's snowing, so not getting out to the range these days, and that's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Just got done revamping one of my comp rifles and took the red dot off of it and put the 1-6 on it. So we're gonna try to use it in the next upcoming 3 gun and see how it works out. And we're gonna develop a custom load for that barrel, see how it works. And other than working my ass off, driving my ass off, and just spending time with family and playing with my hobby called YouTube and you guys. So that's it, man.
Hey, I understand. We'll have to wait to see what happens. I may or may not. We'll see, because it's supposed to be snow coming in any minute now, if it ain't already snowing here. I may be able to hook up with Is Your Six Covered and go to a shooting match. He's over there reloading Skittles or something right now. But IDPA, I think, is what he does. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
USPSA or ID? Yeah, he does USPSA or TDTV.
We're gonna shoot IDPA Thursday. Should be fun. I've been trying to get TR to do this for a couple of years now. It seems like it probably hasn't been that long, but it seems like it. But I think the stars align. I was supposed to fly out tomorrow, and that's not going to happen because of the ice and the snow. So called work, told them I'm going to be a few days late, and now I'll be able to shoot Thursday if I can actually drive on the road.
Yeah, that'll be the kicker. It's like, okay, I'm ready. I can go. Oh shit, the road, they shut down the range.
Yeah, that's a possibility for sure. I mean, if the road's that shitty, nobody's going to be there. So
we'll get it together sometime. If it don't happen Thursday, next time.
Yeah, for sure. No worries. If it's open, I'll be there, and it'd be awesome if you showed up.
If it's open, I'll be there. I've learned, I mean, if the roads are icy, you put 2 tires over on the grass and you just take it slow.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be, I'll have to remember to keep you updated in case I get a text that says we're not going to be open or not.
Yeah, please do. Because I still don't know where the range is. You got to give me the fucking address. So.
I keep forgetting. I'm going to do that right now while we're talking. Because
good communication, guys. Good communication.
that's right. Good communication. Well, I figure TR's lived here all his freaking life, 20 minutes down the street.
Yeah, but I don't mean I know where all the shooting ranges is in North Carolina, because where I've lived and where I have lived, we just walked outside and shot. I don't go to shooting ranges.
You're lucky. You know what happens to me if I step outside and start shooting in the ghetto? I get a lockdown on the whole street. Shelter in place goes in, and I got the wrath of God. You're very lucky.
Hey, I got a question for you, Rosie. I don't know if you can answer this on your on the chat live or not, but that sign you had on your window or whatever sounds like you got a prowler amongst you.
Just a local guy that wants his 15 minutes of fame. Put that on the back of the our van.
You get his 15 minutes of fame getting hauled off in an ambulance.
Yeah, well, that's how I said, you know, it's better to do a little demo of what we got on the rancho here. So keep fucking around, and I hope I catch up with you one night. So.
Did you feeling?
You know, I feel very secure. It's just somebody wants to muck around. You know, it's a pretty big city here. Santa Rosa. It's got a couple 100,000 people, so you know, you get a few followers once in a while. Everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame, so they come up and doodle once in a while, once a year. So most people on YouTube aren't going to do anything. They don't know. They're not stupid in life.
Did they write anything on that note, or was it?
No. It's just this is it. You got the cold shit show on the other channel with Elvis and all this other crap. So I'll just fall out. So I don't want to get into that though, or TR is not going to have me back on the chat again.
No, I seen that video.
Like, what a shit show! I can't wait to get it out of town. You know,
I'm like, who's fucking with Rosie?
Yeah, I'll take it up with TR when I get down there to South Carolina in a month or so. We'll sit down. We'll figure out strategy. He's gonna be my wing bull security over here.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I carry a gun even when I go feed the chickens in the morning. I mean,
you're lucky. I mean, I don't know. You know, I've told you the real problem with the city, and it's really tough right now after the fires because it's so burnt up here. So much of the city's been destroyed. It's really hard to get around now, and it's difficult. There's not a lot of money around here right now, so people are starting to get a little intense. You know that we're allowed to have carry in California, but they still refuse to process these applications, and they just sit on the desk at the county, at the sheriff's office, and they sit at the desk on the city police of Santa Rosa. So you guys tell me what's the solution. I'm not going to put my money into suing because these assholes won't follow through on the court directive said issue the permits, and they say, well, they tell us issue it, but they don't tell us how soon to issue it. So we're just going to sit on it for.
Well, on your concealed carry, now I understand that. Now I understand the problem with that. I've heard that from many people. But on your own property, are you allowed to defend yourself and your property?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, okay. Positively. Hey, I'm not going to shoot anybody in my yard. I guarantee you that. You know, unless they're drawing on me, there's no way. But I'll tell you, if you come in the house, if you cross the threshold, it's a totally different story. And if I tell you, I will tell you one time, stop, I'm armed. And beyond that, it's on. But I'm not going to shoot anybody outside. But you know, TR, I would have the ability to be out there on my property with it if something was coming down. You know, if somebody's being robbed out there and I hear them being beaten, yeah, I'll grab it and go out, and I'll worry more about being tried by a jury later about having gone off presence. I don't give a shit. You know, there's a crime taking place. So that's the way I feel about it.
I know you're in California, but I still say it's better to be judged by a jury of 12 and carried to the grave by 6.
That's absolutely correct, and I bear that in mind. I'd rather have my case stated in court than stand there and have a bullet in my head. Damn right.
What's wrong, Coda Boy? You need some attention?
Yeah, he's over there huffing.
What's up, buddy?
He just left off, man. He's got.
Dude, I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. My ass, and I didn't go to sleep till probably 11:30, 12 o'clock the night before. So my ass is dragging. I'm here in spirit, but don't ask for a whole lot of input from me.
Man, you got your fucking big ass going on and all that good stuff behind you.
Yeah, it sounded like you were actually snoring. Sorry about that.
That was probably me typing. I don't know. I was just I'm listening and typing and having a good time, man. This is actually a really nice chat. I'm loving this.
Well, then don't.
I'm loving it. What? Huh?
Then don't fall asleep, my brother.
Well, I'm not pulling a pops on you guys. Come on.
I've loaded up 500 rounds for our match coming up.
Yeah, did you see anybody watch Rick's Candy Kisses thing today? Greatest thing in the history of YouTube right there, and I'll tell you.
I'm waiting for him to load Skittles and M&Ms.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna do that with shotgun.
Yeah, feel the range, chase the range or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot those out of a shotgun.
Yeah,
do that. That would be a lot of fun. We did that before. Didn't we do it at the farm? Somebody no that.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
I tell you, Rick. Well,
Bald and Curious shot him
Bald and Curious did it.
Yeah, he shot him out of the little frickin' shockwave, but he didn't actually load them though. So it'd be interesting to see if Rick will load them up and see what they do. And what
I got the shotgun.
Fill the barrel up to the end with Skittles, and blast that son of a bitch at the backboard on your basketball court, and let's see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Or just stack a bunch of Hershey Kisses in there, and let's see what that shit looks like. Ha 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 ha.
Those Skittles could go right through that damn backboard with enough force.
I bet you could get lit the hell up with Skittles.
I mean, that could
it would hurt.
I think I'm gonna have to shoot Bob.
Yeah, why don't you get some Skittles, Rick? Hey, Rick, let's up the ante here. Let's get some Skittles now, and let's give it a try because those bad boys, I bet they put a dent in that back. I don't want you to dent the backboard. I don't want you to.
I was doing some research and development, and those aren't working out for me for 9mm.
Can you shoot it at your truck, the back window?
Yeah.
I want to see what kind of pattern you get.
See, here's the problem with Good and Plenty's on a 9mm case. So I'm trying to find some hot tamales right now because those are going to work in the 40, I think. So be on the lookout for more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Killed with Sweetness videos.
That really made my day today. That really made my day. That was
Tootsie Rolls would work.
Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, wait a minute.
You have to put Tootsie Rolls in like a 45 though, because they're a little thicker.
Yeah,
see, that's the problem. I don't have a 45, so I need.
I do.
You only shoot bitch calibers like a 40.
Hey, listen here.
I find it hard to believe you don't have a 45 down there. Holy smokes!
I got bigger, but I just don't have a 45.
Okay, all right. I was going to pull your man card. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. We're going to have to pull Rick's man card.
Pull it. He ain't got a 45.
Yeah, no 45.
I just realized that we don't have a whole lot of time before that next event. Shit, I mean to start doing some reloading.
I know.
Because, with me and my turret press, it takes me like 3 days to make 100 rounds. So,
Yeah, Rick, pick up a 45, would you? Somewhere out there.
All right. Well, let's do a poll out there on which 45 I should get.
Yeah, let's poll for Rick's 45. Open now in the side chat. Pound away over there. What do you think Rick should get for a 45?
That's right.
I'm going to start off with a 1911.
I'm going to say Colt match is what I'd say. If you're going to do it, get a Colt match.
Oh, that was you. Someone said a Colt match.
I mean, if you're going to, you live in North Carolina, if you're going to own a semi-automatic in 45, it's almost, I don't think it's federal law. It could be state law, but you got to own a 1911. I don't give a shit who makes it.
I got a 1911. Well, I have a 2011. I don't have a 1911.
Does it shoot 45?
Nope.
Well, you don't have a 1911 then, motherfucker.
Thank you.
That's right. Get your fucking man card, buy you a 1911.
Yeah, hashtag help Rick get his man card back. There we go.
It comes with the gun, right?
It's
the man card?
Yeah, the man card.
Yeah,
well, you could get a 1911 that shot 10mm. That's big man card.
I'd rather have a 10mm than a 45.
Well, there you go then. Well, get you a 10mm and we'll give you your man card back.
It should come with the gun, right?
Well, if you buy it, yeah.
I'd like to have him to have a traditional. I think the 1911, a traditional 45.
Jesus, Coda boy, hit the microphone mute button already.
Hello.
We got a live. What's in the box?
I'm box opening stuff here. I want y'all to see this, man. This is some cool shit right here.
Is that a
this is more fucking camera shit. Look here. Ta-da! You know what that is?
Yeah, that's a tripod.
That's a head. It's a ball turret head.
Fluid head.
Yeah, it's not fluid. This is like a $15.99 piece of shit, but it serves a purpose. It's not my man Frodo stuff, but this is good because if you shoot it, you don't kill it, and if you shoot it, you're not out $200 per turret head. You're out, $15.99. But it serves a good purpose. It does all right.
Frodo, baby, man, Frodo.
Man, Frodo.
I'll tell you what, SoCal's got a badass. It's like on a long deal, so you can do above and all sorts of cool shit. It has like I don't know if it has a weight at the bottom, but it's what are those ones called for basically being up, down. It's basically overhead stuff. It's got a long turret on it.
That's what I got. I got a 42-inch softbox over here, and
but off of the tripod part.
Yeah.
Instead of being a mount here, it has a big old boom handle deal.
Let me show you guys what I got here. Hold on one second. All right, shit. All right, so let me give you a tour. This is the green room right here. Okay. These are the tables, and behind me, this is the lighting setup. So you got lights everywhere. There's the shotgun mic right here, the new one. And then over here is there's the reloading table right there. Over here is the review table. And then that's the softbox right there with the new setup with the microphone and the high-def camera right here. And then in that box right here is a new little toy. But that's all on a boom mic, or a boom. And then that's the whole setup for the green screen behind me. And this is basically my home away from home.
Yeah. The cave.
The cave, yeah. Anyway, that's when I get off work, I go to work. And it sucks sometimes, but you do it. Because people leave you cool-ass comments. And you keep doing it.
Then you got Big Johnson.
And then you got Big Johnson and this crazy Scotsman dude and a cool dude named TR and a great group of friends. And Ms. Rosie. We're all having a good time, man. It's a blessing. We're all here.
That's right.
So.
And we're still at 34 degrees here, so maybe it won't snow. Probably not. I got an alert, though. My flight was canceled, so I was
Probably no.
No, it's a good thing. Couple less days of work.
No, it means you get to go shoot. Always good.
Exactly. I like your style.
How's the new job, Crazy?
It's good, man. I've been there for about a week and a half now, and I've pretty much identified 90% of all the issues, and it's all easy stuff to fix. So mainly personnel and operational stuff. So nothing stupid crazy, just basic stuff that needs to be put in place in order to get everything in line. So it's good. I'm very happy and very promising for the future and endeavors and things. So a lot's coming this year. There'll be a lot more coming on the channel with that. So I'm busy. I've missed a lot of stuff. I almost missed my own live chat yesterday. It was a close call. But yeah, staying busy, putting in about 12, 13, sometimes 14 hours a day right now. But it is necessary to get it done and get things on track and get it rolling. So yeah, it's going good though. I'm enjoying it, and I have a great boss, and it's only one boss, so I'm in good shape, man. Way better than I was the first time around.
So what you're saying is you pretty much got them snowed. Is that right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. There you go. No, congratulations, man. I know that you were looking to make a positive vertical movement, and it sounds and appears like you have. That's cool, man. Awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's awesome, brother. It's it's the first couple of days were tough walking in, and people didn't really know me and what was going on, but they're starting to turn around. They're starting to see that I actually have an idea of what the fuck I'm talking about. So it's going to be real positive here. Got a meeting this Sunday with everybody to get everyone on the same page. So yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm very happy. I got a lot of other stuff going on with the old job that I got to take care of. Leaving wise, there's things that came with leaving that showed up that was not really expecting. But the new job, very, very happy.
Very cool.
And what are you doing?
Hey.
What do you, if you don't mind me asking, what type of work are you doing?
He's the male slut.
Well, I mean,
Slut.
I'll tell you, so handsome. I'm not surprised. But what kind of work are you doing?
So I was running a store within a large corporation. And now I'm a general manager for a firearm store and range.
Awesome. Good for you. Good deal. Nice to be love to do and hanging around the things you want to hang around. Rick, that's what you need to quit everything and just go work at a range. You could be a range guy. Go down and change the targets and all that shit.
That shit coulda.
Wow.
Is that all? Is that 9mm for me?
Fuck 9mm. It's a girls' round.
Oh, shit.
No.
The guy who doesn't have a 45, right?
Yeah, he's loading freaking 40s, the bitch caliber. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
Those are Skittles rounds there.
Skididdle-diddles. Are you going to run them in that gun that doesn't shoot half the time? Did you ever figure? Does it work? Do you get it working?
Smooth operator.
Until you take it outside.
It's like a tier 1 gun.
Might as well bring your Glock.
It's a tier 1.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's a tier 1 gun for sure, because every time you tried to use it, tears were flowing out of your eyes. Bitch wouldn't work.
I told you guys the problem I had. I was still figuring out how to reload that sumbitch.
Yeah. Whatever.
It didn't have anything to do with the gun. It was me. Most of you guys would say it was the gun's fault. I say it's my fault.
I'm always going to say it's your fault, Rick.
Well, good. Keep it up.
That's too funny.
No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 600 rounds of us.
That's nice. I've got come March, I'm placing my order for blue. Big blue. I cannot wait. I just gotta. I'm kind of committed to some other things that are coming down the line that I've got to take care of before I can spend the money on that damn thing. But man, I'm really excited about it, and I'm putting my shop together. It's gonna be fun.
I'm telling you, man, get a 550. Fuck 650. No.
So I got to call SoCal here shortly because I just filed my taxes, and when I get my taxes back, there'll be a big ass blue 650 right fucking there.
Hey, you can get the 550.
Wow.
And then just wish you had gotten the 650.
Yeah, I'm just going with the 650. Hell, I might even do the fucking 1050.
Okay.
Well, Buck Run made a comment. The last 45 ACP run he did 500 rounds an hour. And the last 9mm run he had done 600 rounds an hour. How much faster does a 650 fucking load ammo? How much ammo do you have to load?
Well, I got a fuck ton of ammo to load. So, I mean, I did 600 rounds right here.
In an hour?
And no, I don't do it like that. Shit. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to get this shit done.
if you can load 500 rounds an hour with a 550, what's the extra $100 for?
It's all about the feeder.
Well, that's another $300 almost.
220 something bucks.
$275.
So there was a comment out in the side chat as to how I did my taxes already. Well, all the stuff, all my pay was electronic, and then I filed my own taxes. So that's how I did it. It's literally showed up yesterday in my email saying that my W-2 is not available. I logged in, filed my fucking taxes, and before 10 o'clock, I'd done everything I needed to do.
God, I wish I was that way.
Man, that's pretty impressive.
I file an extension every year.
All I know is I get a call from an accountant going, all right, we're going to need a check. I'm like, what? That's like 8 years in a row, man. Stop doing that. So I just keep going, file an extension and tell them we'll put them on a payment plan. We'll just add it to what we owe in the last 3 years. I'll never be done with IRS.
Here's for the 550.
Come to take a year off.
What the hell is it at? $264 for the 550. It's a great machine. I'm not saying anything wrong about it.
Yeah. Anything blue's good. I own a Square Deal B too, so.
Me too. I like that machine. I haven't used it since I bought this machine, so I'll have to come up with some magic recipe. Maybe that'll be my Skittle machine.
There's some bitches on.
I don't know what to figure that out. Coda boy, there's only one of you in that room. Who the hell are you talking to?
You know how he is, Brian. He's probably got Lance is probably in the background. Lance is probably helping him with his videography.
I told anybody
thinking about getting a progressive press, go Dylan. I don't give a damn which one you buy. I happen to own a Square Deal B. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have bought the 550 to start with. But I own the 550 now, and it does everything I need it to do. I don't load rounds every day, so if I can go in there and load 400 to 600 rounds an hour with the 550, it's good enough for me. And I'll spend that extra $100 on primers and powder. That's just
the only reason that I'm going 650 is I plan on doing a lot of shoots this year. And I also get, since I pretty much run the entire fucking operation, I go and shoot for free. So I'm going to be shooting a hell of a lot more.
You better be. I'll have to drive up there and kick you in the ass.
I'm just got to chime in here because are they going to have somebody there that can teach you how to shoot? Because I've seen you shoot. And first of all, don't let anybody see you shoot that works there. Otherwise, it's going to form a complex in your mind. It's going to be some weird shit going on, but that's all right. That's okay.
He did admit he needs to shoot more to practice.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, man, I'll be the first to tell you, I need more trigger time, dude. I don't get enough trigger time. I don't. Straight up don't.
Hey, just look at your front sight.
But between the job that I was doing previously and then trying to do this stuff as well, which is a whole other full-time job, as you guys all know, it's hard to get that trigger time on there.
Yeah,
he's had so little trigger time, he shoots a 50 BMG and forgets to put his fucking earmuffs on.
Hey, but the best part to that? Hold on. The best part to that is for my new job, I had to get my hearing tested. My hearing is 100% fucking A-okay.
That just
in case you don't know, they tell you that, and then they base it, and that's just the baseline.
No, I saw the freaking results. I kid you not. It says fucking okay.
A-okay to work at a gun range. They want deaf people, so
Yeah, Scott, they hate you on the side chat. I'll just give you a heads up.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Whatever. They can hate me all they want.
Oh, it's just Midas.
Midas is just
he's busy dancing with hookers and having fun.
It took forever to get freaking Midas to go shoot when we were there. He's like, oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't have the right holster. I really don't feel like shooting today. Oh, dude, just fucking man the fuck up and shoot.
Hey, Rick, what is the Dillon XL650 Blue Dream machine? Have you ever heard of that? Is that the Mac Daddy with all the attachments and everything? I think it is.
The Dream Machine.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bad porn or something.
It's the Blue Dream.
What is it about?
Ultimate.
Where are you looking this shit up at?
It is $1,300.
Yeah, that's the 650 with all the accessories.
That's the strong mount, the straight handle pull, the powder alarm, the feeder.
Does it look like this? Does it look like that?
That's it.
Well, this magazine's a hair old, but it says everything. Total price as pictured here, $1,154.
It's probably $1,300 by now.
Yeah. Well, this is March of 17. So yeah, it's a year old almost, basically. See, you should have bought it a year ago. You would have saved 200 and something bucks.
Yeah. All I know is I just got to call up SoCal and he'll be my consultant. He could probably make commission on the damn thing.
Just have him order it for you.
Yeah.
He is magical with that shit. That's how I ended up going. He ended up ordering a bunch of shit for me, and I paid him for it, but he basically ordered all the shit I needed, and some of the stuff he had doubles of. He's kind of like, "Here, just take this, man." And I'm like, "Hey, you sure? Yeah, just take this." I was like, "You're awesome."
Yeah, it's 1180. It's 1186 on our website with the whole spiel.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? I want to ask you guys something. I don't mean to interrupt your coda. Is there a better time of year to buy a gun than any other time, or is it pretty much constant year round on pricing?
Yeah, there is. It's when the Republicans in the presidency.
Okay. So there's no real seasonality to it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so
it's a lot easier to find ammo right now.
Yeah.
Our ammo is registered out here now, so that's that.
I can't speak for California, but right now it's a buyer's market for guns and ammunition. It's I hadn't seen it this cheap ever. You can buy an AR-15 now. I'm not saying California, but you can buy an AR-15 cheaper right now, today, cheaper than I've ever seen in my life.
Probably just overproduced in anticipation of the election, right, TR? I mean, they really ran flat out these production lines for.
I think you're right, because I think they all thought Hillary was getting in, so they built a shit ton of stuff, thinking everybody's going to be running out and wanting to buy stuff.
That's all I needed to know. So I'm going to go look at the 38 this weekend. So,
now, I can't speak for those, but I know like the AR and AK market right now is the cheapest I've ever seen. I mean, you can buy an AR-15 for $300. Maybe not in California, but
well, it's probably not too far off of that. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I kind of thought that I'd seen somebody else talking about prices that kind of dropped, and I just connected the election to a little bit of a temporary oversupply, but that'll be absorbed eventually, and then it'll be the march up will continue.
Yeah. I see the prices going up in the future as this surplus gets used up, bought up, and things have kind of settled down. But right now, this moment right now, if you want to buy a gun, I mean, they were cheaper in the past, but, you know, with inflation and blah, 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 it doesn't matter. How I see it right now is the cheapest I've seen guns going for in my gun career.
Yeah, I'm just pissed off. My favorite gun shop burned down. There's only one left, and the other guy's a part-time coin dealer and gun dealer, so it's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Did you say porn?
No, he's a part-time coin and.
Oh! I thought you said porn. You had me at porn.
Got a real.
I got all excited.
Got a real half-ass shop. The other place that burned down was great. I mean, they had an excellent selection of shotguns and rifles and really nice pistols, and it's just this damn thing burned down. So there's just one left in town. It's a cheesy place. Don't tell me go to San Francisco and try. There are no gun shops. But I don't know. I guess I have to get out to the Central Valley of California and down to Fresno or something before I get to a reasonable place to buy some weapons. Good night, reloading.
Oh. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to cut out of here in a second too, guys. I'm falling asleep. I got to be up early. Oh my God, it's 11 o'clock.
Well, if you fall asleep, don't worry. We'll record it and we'll repost it and make funny comments about you.
I'm sure you will. So I'm actually, before I go into this overanalyzation of everything I need to get the Dylan going, I was looking at a new Tanfolio. So Big Johnson knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, damn it, man. Just push that Dylan back another month. But no, just guys, thank you so much for having me on. TR, I feel like, send those invites, buddy. I got to join sometime, so I wanted to be on the chat. Rosie, it's a pleasure seeing you. Crazy, keep being crazy. Rick, let's see some Skittles in the back window of that truck, man. That would be really, really cool with a 3-inch Magnum.
Take care.
No, hold on. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it right, man. He's gonna get his man card back. So it's got to be a 3.5-inch Magnum.
There you go. There it is.
Good to see you.
All right.
What was I going to tell you before you left?
Huh?
See him do
You don't need another gun. Get a fucking reloader.
Somebody outside my window, I've got a window. My fan is blowing cold air into the apartment, and somebody is enjoying the Lord's lettuce out on the balcony somewhere. I can smell it. Anyway, all right, and don't worry. So,
did you hear me?
Coda, good to see you.
You don't need a Tanfolio. You need a reloader.
Yeah, I know.
There goes
all right, well, guys,
take care.
I'm going to go SoCal. Don't worry. I'm on it. Guys, take care. God bless.
Later, man.
Later, brother.
La la.
La la.
Yeah, Warthog said I can get a $50 rebate on. That's what I want, the 38. That's exactly what I'm after, the 38. So how do I get that through a federally licensed? I got to take delivery through. I don't even know if I got an FFF left in town here, to tell you the truth. But how do you get the 50 on that? Who's offered that?
That's the good thing about a revolver, Rosie. They shouldn't be on the list.
No, they're not. They're not actually. But I'm just wondering about. I'm just sick of this place when it comes to ammunition now and stuff, and it's such a pain in the ass.
Go to the gun shop. Ask them what if.
Yeah, he said go to
transfers. Grab their FFL number.
Yeah.
And then buy it from whoever and give them the number and address.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He said go to Smith & Wesson's website rebate. Thank you, Warthog. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the last Ruger I bought. Matter of fact, this I think I got it here. Whatever. One of those single actions I bought. Wherever it's at. I bought it straight from Ruger. I went to their website and they got like a buy now button, and I hit it and it would pop up FFLs in my area, and I would pick one and it would show me their price and they would ship it to that FFL, and basically bought it from Ruger or through Ruger, and they would ship it to your FFL, and boom, boom, you know. And whenever it come in, he contacted me, and I picked it up.
Okay, good deal. Thank you, Warthog, for that. Thank you for the heads up on the rebate. Perfect timing. All right, I like that. I'm on that. Thank you. I got one FFL in town. That's it. So
that's all you need.
That's it. Thanks for the tip. Oh, looks like it may have ended on December 31st. Son of a bitch. Oh, well. Okay.
Well, depending on what you're looking for, just shoot me a message. I'll find it for you cheap.
Okay, I'm just looking for a 38. Just like you said, the 38. I started on police special. I want to go back and have one revolver. So
you're just looking for a snubby?
Yep, not a snubby. A little longer barrel than a snubby, but yeah, just something to give me an option for better. I don't have to ever worry about jams or stovepiping or anything. It's.
Hey, Rosie, have you thought about getting a 357?
Yeah, a friend of mine has that. I'm not sure if she's real happy with it, but I've thought about that too. I think what I'm going to do is probably go over Friday afternoon to the shop and see what's around and talk to a few people, feel a few up, and then.
You know why I ask, right?
Yeah, because of the why. Tell me why.
Because you can shoot 38 out of it.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I thought.
Oh,
yeah.
See, here's the thing. Like this one.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
This is an old. This is an old one, but this is my daily carry gun at work. Thank God I get to carry at work now. But this is my daily carry gun at work, and I carry this with 38 Special Plus Ps.
Nice. Nice.
You know, just because it's a nice heavy frame gun, and
yeah, just
38 plus P, it still has plenty of power behind it, and
if you're a prepper, you have two options instead of one. Like, you know, Walking Dead, right? The guy's walking around and he's got a 38 and he finds some 357 on the ground. He's like, well, fuck. You go the other way.
There we go.
He has a 357 and finds 38s on the ground. He's like, jackpot.
Yeah. SoCal says they're heavy, but I always do better with a very heavy piece. I don't know why. I'm steadier on it than a very light piece. Glocks kind of drive me a little bit nutty. I mean, I love the trigger pull, but I do not like I like a little more meat in my hand, pardon the expression, boys, but
a little more what?
So more substantial, and I like the heavy big frame.
Then you need to go with a 357 and just put 38 Special Plus Ps in it.
Well, there we go.
All right, I'm gonna have to say it. That's what she said.
That's exactly what she said.
I think we'll be looking at a 357. You know, TR, you know Tara. She had a 357. She has a 350.
Yeah.
She likes it since she stepped up to the bigger. She went up from there, but it's a nice one. Okay, thank you, Papa's Place. Thank you for all of your guys' advice.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I like a 38 or a 357 with a 4-inch barrel. That's what I got. I actually traded a.
I want a long barrel.
I traded my 586 for basically because they had a 6-inch barrel, and I just thought a 6-inch barrel wasn't. It just wasn't really user friendly far as carrying or putting in the dash of the car or whatever. And so to me, it was an upgrade. A 4-inch 357. This is one of my favorite guns. It's a Ruger GP100 and a 4-inch barrel. I think this is like the all-around greatest gun. I don't care what brand it is. You get Smith & Wesson, Colt, whatever. But a 4-inch 357 is like utilitarian gun of all time.
I think
this thing will do anything you want to do.
I really think it's the ultimate in all around. I really do. Beretta gets a little frou-frou. It gets a little stick heat sometimes, but that's going to have no problem getting the job done when need be.
Yeah. I mean, you could deer hunt with it. It's the defense. You can put it in the dash of your car. That's the thing with the 6-inch barrel. The 6-inch barrel Smith & Wesson I had. it's like it wouldn't fit anywhere. I couldn't carry it. I couldn't, you know, it was like I need a 4-inch 357. I can put it in the dash of the car. I can carry it. I can do.
That's like even like when my 44, my carry 44, I got it in a 4-inch barrel just because it's a little bit easier, even in the shoulder rig, just to have it and carry it that way. Because don't get me wrong, the 6-inch barrel is nice. I got 2 of them. I love them. But for carry, I'm not going to say it's hard to conceal it because it's really not hard to conceal it. It's just a lot of weight.
Yeah. Unless you're Dirty Harry, you know, I mean, you know, you got a shoulder holster or something, and that's fine. But I usually carry on the hip. And 6-inch barrel 357 just don't work.
I like my 4-inch Smiths. I love my 6-inch Smiths for just regular target shooting and stuff, but my 4-inch Smiths are fantastic for carry.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I would carry a 6-inch Smith if I can find one that's not fucking collectible. But every time I find one, it's fucking collectible and it sits in my fucking safe. And the rest of my money that I'm getting here will be going, like I said, I'm going blue. So 650 is coming up. I'm not buying another gun. I'm buying a 650.
Smart man. Smart man. About time.
I gotta load the guns that I got.
Exactly. That's what I'm like telling Coda Boy. He's got like 50 zillion guns.
Well, you know, the caliber conversion for a 550 is about $30 cheaper for a 5. You know.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Fuck, we're talking $30 for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
I will say, as much as I love my Square Deal B Dylan, if you factor in caliber conversions and do the math, at least step up to a 550, if not go up to a 650. But y'all really need to look into the 550. The 550 is Dylan's best press. It really is.
Caliber conversions I'm going to tell you straight up. I get the whole 550 thing. I get the whole, you know, it's just a manual fucking turn here and there. You know what? I mess with the manual shit with what I'm dealing with now. And don't get me wrong, I can load that thing pretty quick. I can bust out, you know, 100, 200 fucking rounds pretty damn quick on that bad boy. But that 650, or hell, even the fucking 1050, because SoCal's out there, and with the number I threw at him, he's like, fuck it, buy a 1050.
No, get the 650 and get a bunch of different tool heads. Then
that's kind of what I was thinking with 650 and all the fucking tool heads that I'm going to need. So I'm already set. I don't have to fucking worry about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the 650 tool heads and shell plates cost much more than the 550. Why?
Oh my god, dude! You just said it's like $30 more. I don't give a shit. I'll spend the $30.
He wants
plus $100 for the press. I mean, you start adding up, you're gonna have, you know, $500 to $1,000 extra money to have a 650 than you would a 550.
Hey, and you won't have to do what TR's doing right now, trying to sell you on his one when he wants a 650.
It's not like they fucking give me money. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It's one extra tool head position that I run with a powder check, and that's kind of nice to have.
We could have a powder check with a 550. I got four stations with a 550. What fucking more stations do you need? Well, I understand. Yeah, the extra station, you can have a powder check and you can do a factory crimp die. So I'll give you that.
Just come over and try the 650 out.
I can load 500 rounds an hour with my 550. What the hell do I need to check out?
This part right here that falls down.
That's another $300 fucking almost.
I just told you it's not $300.
$265.
All right, so hold on. Let me stop you, TR. Let me put it to you this way. That thing right there you're talking is $300 or whatever the cost may be.
Yeah.
And hear me out, Rick, because you're gonna like where I'm going with this. think how much fucking time you've got invested in what you do for those particular X amount of rounds that you're busting out versus the time that Rick has invested for what he's busting out with an extra little bit of money he put in that bad boy right there.
You can do that with a 550 as well. If you want to spend $265 for a case feeder, you can put it on a fucking 550 just like you can a 650.
You can. You can. You just don't get the extra tool head spot.
The only thing you can't do with a 550 with a case feeder is you can't load rifle rounds. But as far as pistol rounds, you can get a case feeder for a 550 just like you can a 650 and save $100 fucking.
I don't care about the $100 fucking. I don't give a shit.
You don't care about $100? Buy the 650.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I'm going fucking blue, I'm going fucking blue.
They're all blue.
And I'm doing it fucking right. And I'm doing it right the first fucking time.
And like WTF SoCal said, it indexes by itself. So
me and SoCal are going to be talking.
You put the bullet on top. Well, you don't have to if you buy another $500 fucking thing. But you still got to put the bullet on here and crank here. So this is it. With the 550, you got to go like this. Put the case here.
No, you don't have to. You can buy a case.
Put the bullet here. Then you got to do this.
If you spend the same amount of money, you can buy the case feeder. You don't have to put the case. The only thing that's different is as you're putting the bullet on, you got to flick your thumb. That's the only fucking difference.
Well, fuck flicking the thumb.
That's what I say.
Hey, you can get carpal tunnel.
See, there's the problem. That's why if you can't flick your thumb or finger, you're probably not satisfying your woman.
Hey, TR, I'm just gonna say that the hand that I'm gonna use for flicking, yeah, dude, this is the other hand right here. I have all my digits. I'm good on this one. I'm not good on this one.
Can you go like this? Because you're gonna have to do a lot of that, picking up the bullet. Yep. You're good then.
I just like giving these 650 fuckers hell.
650 in the house.
Hey man, hey, don't worry. Once I talk with SoCal and I get this shit taken care of, and that bad boy's mine right there, I'm gonna do the longest fucking video you ever saw on a fucking 650.
I thought that was my job.
Yeah, that's Rick's job.
Oh, Rick will be on there too, because I'm gonna live stream that shit too.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
That's why I put out that little 550 video the other day. It's like, hey, you 650 fuckers. It's like, look,
I'm gonna have fucking
difference. Click.
Oh, I know exactly why you did that video.
SoCal. I'm gonna have Pops. You fucking name it. Every one of them are gonna be right fucking there live streaming with me as I'm setting this motherfucker up.
And you won't even be able to be on the chat because you have a 550. This will be a 650 chat.
Yeah, I'll just look and laugh.
We'll do some drag racing. 10 rounds, fastest one wins.
All right, you say I have to admit the 650 would be like 500 thousandths quicker, 500 thousandths of a second quicker, half a second quicker per round.
And then you times that by 1,000 rounds, and that's a whole smoke break.
Pretty much.
We might have lost a few people. I don't know.
I want to know why there's only 24 thumbs ups. Well, 25 now because I just did one.
Fuck, you got fucking 3 thumbs down. What the hell?
All right. Let's get the thumbs ups going here. Or we're canceling
2 seconds per round faster. Okay, give me a
Tuesday chat will not be available unless we get at least 35 thumbs ups.
I'm guessing that the 3 thumbs down was because we were talking about Bitcoin.
Oh.
All right, what else we got to talk about?
President Trump's taste in pros or anything. else you want?
He what?
Didn't Trump get caught up? Somebody reporting he was with some porn star or something today.
Yeah, that was like
Good.
use that they tried to.
At least he's got good taste in.
Well, the
Hey,
thing
you know what? Fucking bring them on. Come on, man. Fuck it. Whatever. Trump train. Fucking have at it, dude.
Oh shit!
He's
Well,
the
the thing
fucking
about
president. Who gives a shit?
Well, the whole thing
I think it's pretty damn funny myself. I think it's pretty.
But the accusations is from a third party. Even the woman that's involved, the so-called porn star, denies that it happened.
I know, TR, but you click on Yahoo and they always have the bad app for Trump 100% of the time. You click on CNN, they got the bad app for Trump 110% of the time. I just click on for laughs when I go in there, like they're going to get some traction off that story. I laugh my ass off, and in the comment section, people are like, "Get fucked, you stooges!" You know, at least it's a man in the White House, a man in the White House. You know, I have to laugh like hell.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just even Lindsey Graham came out against Trump because he said, "Oh, those countries are shitholes," and then they go back and I look at 2013. Lindsey Graham was calling Mexico a hellhole. He said it like 10 times in his speech before Congress. Mexico's a hellhole. And now all of a sudden he took the high road and moral ground.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand down there. You got one good guy in your state, and we know who in the hell it is. So let's just leave it.
Lindsey Graham, we tried like hell to get rid of him.
I don't understand. Where's he get his man card in South Carolina? Where in the hell is he getting support from? Charleston and Columbia? What the hell is going on down there?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Man, what a dick.
Yeah, I agree. Trust me, we almost got him out. It was like that close.
I hate to hear the guy talk myself. I don't like his voice. He drives me crazy. He's not a Southern gentleman. He sounds like it's work. You know.
And it's already the guy that we talked about it at the very beginning. You know, the guy that brought out the whole shithole controversy. Turns out he almost admitted he did that just to get the DACA thing passed, saying that, well, if Trump don't sign off on the DACA, he's racist.
Yeah, well, ridiculous. I mean, look at the, DACA. The whole thing is a joke anyway. Yeah, right. I blame Trump for another fucking problem. I mean, not Trump, but Obama for another problem that plagues America today that somebody else has to deal with, that whole DACA mess. And DACA turned into free college tuition for kids in California. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah. And they get bringing all their families, and
how are you going to make America great again when you're just giving the house away? It's not possible. So you got to earn your keep here.
Yeah, it's a fucked up mess, and it's so ridiculous. What really upsets me is people that fall into the narrative. They listen to the news, and they just follow it blindly and don't use not one brain cell to dissect what they're hearing. Not one brain cell. None.
Well, that's the problem with, I'm not going to say just this country. That's the problem with the fucking world. Is 95 fucking percent, and you know, get pissed at me if you want, but 95 fucking percent of this fucking entire world has zero fucking common sense to go, hey, hold on, that doesn't sound quite right. Let me go investigate this. Or this isn't quite right. Let me go fucking look this up. No. 95 fucking percent of the entire fucking world goes, oh man, that fucking shit's true.
I had a conversation with a woman at work, and she was trying to bash Trump, and I kind of called her out on it. And I was like, well, no, those turned out to be not true. This turned out to be not true. And then she pulled out her phone, and all she did was look at the headlines. Mm-hmm. Well, see here, Trump did this, Trump did that. I said, did you read the story? And she's like, well, no.
Yeah, but I mean, we took such a screwed up turn with the press, though. I mean, they don't even attempt to hide. This is the thing that kills me. half the shit on Yahoo, they've got a label sponsored news now. So you see it really in ghosted print, so nobody really probably sees it on first look. So it's all a joke anyway, but they don't even, the thing I think is so funny, they don't even hide their agenda anymore.
Yeah.
They're just out there, which is
well, that's the thing, That's the thing, Rose. They don't have to hide it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have to, because it's so fucking accepted at this point in time that everyone just fucking goes and fucking reads it and believes it.
Yeah. That's
Well,
like
like TR said, they only read the first fucking 3 or 4 fucking lines of it instead of reading the actual story and getting the entire fucking part of that story and getting the point and understanding what the fuck actually happened.
But I'm just saying they went from being a reasonable 5 years ago. They were reasonably, you know, before they changed management and shit, decided to be like a high street rag in London, you know, like or a New York Daily News, and start to go for the lowbrow shit on there. They used to at least have the appearance of trying to give credible and decent stories. Now it's like people just look at it and they laugh when they log on. So it's no wonder a lot of these sites just go down the shithole. Their credibility just strains people's belief in that they just don't believe anything that's on there anymore. So they try to put these more and more crazy stories up, like the prostitute and all that stuff, and they just don't know that people just end up laughing at them. You know, when they see these, they just become a joke. And then you had the whole phenomenon of the news anchors and the assholes like Matt Lauer, and then fighting with each other, and you know, it all turns into sexual antics in the newsroom. I've been enjoying watching the meltdowns in these newsrooms and stuff. Screw it, you know, they get a taste of their own medicine, and they all act high and mighty. Matt Lauer and all these assholes, bring them down to earth level. That's what I say. These anchors that think their stuff doesn't stink, and these newsrooms that all have an agenda, it's all going to be coming out. There's still a lot more to come out on that, trust me.
Yeah, that kind of backfired on them, didn't it?
Yep, big time.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's simple. Fucking keep it real, tell it how it fucking is, and fucking deal with it. And that's the biggest problem with today is 95%, if not more, of the people, including, and this is the saddest part of it, all of it, is the kids and the next generation below are being raised as a fucking snowflake.
That's what
or in that particular type of realm where they don't fucking get it because they're being told and they believe everything they're fucking told.
That's what I was telling PR a couple months ago, that they just, people today are so splintered up into what to believe or not. You talk about a great way to splinter up and divide and conquer. You know, everybody picks and chooses the stream that appeals to their own belief, and they chuck the other one aside. So everybody's just drinking the Kool-Aids of their own individual sites. We've kind of lost that common, you know, the Walter Cronkite that everybody believed in when they were growing up and had some confidence in. We don't have any. You know, tell me somebody in the news world that you respect now. Tell me one person that you respect.
Well, it's not just even the news. Like, it's in the schools too. That's the biggest problem, is it's spreading in the schools where.
But I'm just saying, look at the news, look at broadcast news, and just honestly tell me one person that you think that you have a lot of respect on that for that now. You can't name them anymore. When I was younger, you could name them, boom, 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 boom. And then with Dan Rather, it started to splinter and started to go haywire around that era then, when the stories started to be contrived about Bush's lack of service and getting away in the Air National Guard, blah, blah, blah. Remember all that shit, TR, and all those stories? And then Dan Rather's credibility get called in, and he gets hauled off of CBS. And that just opened the whole shit gate of fake news and make the story fit the agenda. That's where we lost it here. That's the real problem.
Well, when they went to, as much as it's kind of cool that they have it, but when they went to 24-hour news programs, that kind of killed the news, because they couldn't really pick out good stories, things that were important, and report them in 30 minutes or an hour. Now it's like, well, we got to fill 24 hours. So we're just going to grab anything and try to sensationalize it. And at the 3 o'clock a.m., 3 a.m. market, we're going to try to grab them just as much as we are the 3 p.m. market. And so it's like they just regurgitate, try to sensationalize every little thing, every little tidbit of information they get. And it kind of destroyed the news. They destroyed themselves. And that's Fox, CNN, all of them. I mean, to be honest, I do have my preferences on which side I watch, but I still take it for what it is. They're trying to sensationalize. If you watch Fox News, it's every 5 minutes. Red alert, or whatever. Oh, alert! Look, here, look what's happening. It's like that was 2 days ago. What are you talking about it now for?
Well, it happens. It happens here on YouTube too. You'll log in YouTube and you'll get to your homepage, whatever, and bam, the shit's going live with Fox News. Fucking Trump did this or Trump did that, and it's all bullshit. And it's bullshit just based off the fucking title.
Clickbait.
But the amount of people that will actually click on that and watch it is insane.
It's clickbait. That's it. That's like when you see Hershey's being shot out of a clickbait.
Brought me in. I'll tell you, it was the first thing I ran to this morning.
Yeah, it's clickbait. Hey, we all know marketing. I mean, I got several videos where there's some hot chick laid up against a solar panel, and I've had so many comments saying clickbait, and I was like, well, yeah. You clicked on it, didn't you?
You fell for it.
Where are the Doritos sometime, Rick? I'll be right back.
It's all about Doritos.
While we still have a good amount of viewers out there, guys, if you would do me a huge favor, go check out Wheelchair Warrior. He's new on here. Awesome guy, veteran. He's trying to make videos. He's done like 4 or 5 right now. Starting out, small channel, like I said, but he's a veteran, nice guy, and just trying to get out there and join the community. So if you would do me a huge favor and just go check him out, subscribe to him. Seriously, just show him some love.
Yeah.
Say his name one more time, Scott.
Wheelchair Warrior.
I don't have a link. Let's try to look it up. All right, it's been over. Well, maybe it's not been over, but it's past 11:30. I worked today, and I'm getting wore out, tired, and waiting on all this snow we're supposedly getting. And we're going to go ahead and close this out. Rosie will be back in a minute. I'll let her close out when she gets back. Let you guys do an outro. And I'll go ahead and start with you, Scotsman. Go ahead, man.
Well, like I said, check out Wheelchair Warrior if you guys would. I would really appreciate that. Like I said, small channel, new on here. But he's trying to do the best he can. I actually just sent him a package to try and help him with his YouTube venture. Nothing crazy, nothing big or anything like that, but just something that's going to help him out because he is wheelchair bound. So he's trying to do the best he can. So, guys, if you would check him out, I would appreciate it. Other than that, check out C-Max. You guys know the huge, fantastic giveaway that Bald and Curious has going. We have 5 pistols right now, an AR upper, ton of gift cards, and steel, you name it, it's in there. It's ridiculous. Brass, tools, all that stuff. So there's tons of prizes there. We all know it's not about the prizes. It's about C-Max and helping him out with the bills he has, and not so much the medical bills, and I think that's where a lot of this maybe got confused. It's not so much the medical bills; it's the other bills that come along with that. He was struggling with paying his mortgage and stuff like that. So, guys, that's what we're trying to help him with. So obviously check that out. I don't have a whole lot coming up this coming week. I've been super busy with the new job, so I will try to put out another video or two here soon, but I can't make any promises. It's super, super busy for me right now. Appreciate the invite as always, and always good being on here with you guys.
All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. Rick, would you like to say anything?
I would. Appreciate everyone out there. You guys are definitely awesome supporters. You've been around. Most of you guys have watched this for a long time, and he's been doing this chat for a few years now, and definitely appreciate it. It's always fun to communicate with you guys in the external. I didn't do as much of that tonight. I'm loading up some ammo, but you guys are what makes the chat go, so appreciate that. Other than that, check out my channel if you're not familiar or you're new to the TRprepper chat. But other than that, check out Israel 6 Cover. Thanks.
Appreciate you being on here, man. Rosie, would you like to do an outro?
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I'm just looking forward to Rick's Skittle shoot out on the back. That's the thing I'm looking forward. He's going to be grabbing every fucking candy in the.
Oh yeah, candy's not safe right now.
I was going to say that.
Hell, you know what, Rick? Hell, Rick, I might even send you some fucking candy to see, just to see what you'll do with it.
I think some Jelly Bellies.
Well, somebody brought up a Slim Jim. They wanted me to shoot a Slim Jim.
Oh, no, that's just going to wad up, Dana. You know, it's just going to just forward. You need something that's a little bit.
If it fits in some barrels I got, I might try it out.
Like get some lemon heads or something and load them in that bad boy. Be a lot of fun. Nothing for me. I just had a really great time tonight. It was an excellent, fun chat. And thanks for the tips on the 357. Yes, SS on the side chat. Thank you, brother, for your input. The whole side chat was wonderful. It's going to be a 357. It's going to be a 3-inch or 4-inch barrel job. So thank you guys very much for that. Good deal. TR, always fun. Scott, it's good to be on with you. Good luck with the job. Glad to hear you. You look happy. You look good. And heads up. And Rick, always a pleasure.
Nice talking to you guys again.
Yeah, appreciate it, Rosie.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Rosie. And with that, we're going to end this, and we'll see you next week. Later, everybody.